Alright guys, we're back. Sorry, had a little bit of a break. Cluck has decided to leave us. He doesn't really want to cast anymore because he's a loser or whatever. I don't know. It's very important that I flame people when they don't do exactly what I want, because that's how you make friends, people. That's a good way to be popular. But we are going to move to the gold division this time because Ro8 is going to hang out, and the rest of the gold or diamond division casts I had to do are tree games, and he's on that team. And he probably just spent the entire time going like, yeah, but what about this Root of Z player who's so good, and look at all the amazing things he's doing, and man, what a good play, and these other guys suck. It's so good, he's just carrying his team. So, since I can't trust him, instead we will do some Reason Gaming stuff with TZP. So this is them in gold. Yes, they did drop down after last cycle, and they're going to be facing a team in TZP, which, if you haven't heard of it, you should keep it in the back of your mind. They've done quite well since picking up Count Crapula and YOLO Train, as well as Cat Lamaine in a previous cycle. They've basically remade themselves from being a mid to lower tier gold team into probably one of the better teams in gold division right now. So I'm not sure if they really have the capacity to beat Reason, because I think Reason is substantially better, but at this point I wouldn't be surprised if they put up a good fight. It's like I have a stutter, but I don't. Anyway, Dan, we're halfway through the drafting phase here, and I'm still talking for some reason, but anything crazy you're saying here? Ro8 looks pretty normal to me.
Scout first ban.
Oh god, you're right.
Imba Boy hero, I guess, but yeah, gold division.
This is what I was saying before about
you did say it.
There's weird stuff that happens in gold division sometimes, and that's exciting. It's not always intelligent, and it's not always impressive, but it's at least fun to talk about. So,
also,
hey.
all chat is real here.
Yeah.
I mean the ban still makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if they checked up on recent scrim history and probably also like cycle history and what they've played.
Yeah.
And Ragnar's not a bad ban when you have Swiftblade, for sure.
No, Imba Boy has played Spider as well, so I'm not really sure it's the best hero or if it makes all that much sense to ban, but definitely one that he can play. I mean, it does leave a lot of Imba Boy heroes in the pool. Like, he's a good Puppet Master player. He plays hey, Bushwhack, why not? He plays Moon Queen very well. And presumably don't have a hero for him yet, but Magnus, Kraken, and Engineer for a reason. It's worrying.
It's a team fight.
Yeah.
Lots of it. Interesting if we'll see a supportive Magnus, or if it's going to be Kraken Suicide. Or even a man-up still.
Yeah.
There's the Imba Boy hero. I was going to say he was probably going to play Puppet Master this game.
That's what it's. It certainly did feel like that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Suicide Kraken. In fact, I sort of expect that. I would imagine. I mean, you could run a pretty strong tri-lane, actually, with Magnus Engie and somebody else, and Reason does sort of avoid jungle heroes to some extent, so wouldn't be surprised if they went dual support and ran a tri-lane.
They have been trying a bunch of pulling jungle
Yeah.
in the lates.
And you should know because you scrim them, and you should also know because you do that, and it's not as easy as people think it is.
No.
I've actually seen a number of gold division teams try the strat, and it doesn't always go great. A lot of what happens is the short lane carry misses a wave because it's been pulled into the jungle, and then the hero that's trying to use it to farm misses like 80% of their last hits, and then they don't get anything.
That's also how it started out for me when I was first adapting the style. But yeah, practice made it good.
Yeah, I mean, because you guys have been doing that for like 6 months now. I think the first time I saw it...
Yeah, we for a really long time.
Right.
And I was even, like, before we even did it in tournaments, I was also doing it in just practice mode.
Right.
Like, every day of the week for half an hour. For a long while. I mean, yeah. we decided that we wanted to do second supports, and that was how we were going to do it. So.
Yeah. Well, last pick for the Legion side is Malakin, so not quite as much teamfight synergy as the Hellborn side have, but Tempest, Rhapsody, Bubbles, even Malakin and Switchblade to some extent do have some pretty solid teamfight. So 5v5 engagements in this game should be relatively interesting. We're probably waiting on a second support hero for Reason. They have 70 seconds of extra time, so wouldn't be a surprise if they use a substantial chunk of it. In terms of what's left on the board, Empath, I guess, is the one that's sticking out to me, and maybe Glacius or Empath. I'd imagine be one of those two.
If they want another support, they could also go for another farmer and put Magma second support.
Potentially. And yeah, Electrician. So, have you been cheating? You cheated, didn't you?
I'm saying it because I think Magnus is maybe the best second support right now.
Yeah, well.
He is by far the easiest to like farm up with levels. All he needs is levels, and then he can farm for 5 minutes, and he has PK Steam Boots and ready to rock.
Yeah, fair.
And even before he gets any items, he still has like probably the best stun for support hero. You can kind of like look at it as behemoth stun, but it's easier to use in fights.
Right.
It's a harder hero to kill overall. I don't know, it has a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm a little wary of second supports in general because jungles tend to work better. So, like, the stuff that you guys do on Tree, I don't really consider that a second support hero. It's more like a jungle hero because you're using the jungle. And, I mean, you don't really farm like a second support either. A lot of the time, second support hero is just going to end up at 150 to 200 gold per minute like a typical support, but in a lot of situations, you end up getting a lot more farm than that. So, I mean, yeah, whatever you want to call it, that's a little bit of a different situation. And I feel like just in general, running junglers is so much better.
It's fair enough to call it a jungler when we are actually pulling jungle.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, back in the Trilands days, you used to have like second supports all the time.
Yeah.
And what teams would do is they would, after laning phase, they would open up a lane, and the second support would sit there for like 15 minutes farming his items. Which nowadays is just done in the jungle at the first 5-7 minutes instead.
Yeah, a little more effective. There's that.
It goes faster.
Yeah.
You get on the map earlier.
And it looks like actually we will be seeing an aggro tri-lane here. Puppet Master is in the bottom lane with NG and Magnus, and this could be quite valuable actually. There's a lot of CC on this team, and a fair bit of burst damage as well between the Magnus and the Engineer. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this tri-lane go very, very well, and they're going to be opposed by Count Crapula on this solo Malakin, who, as far as heroes to go up against a tri-lane go, this is a pretty good one. Perhaps the only one that's better, in my opinion, is Dark Lady, but still not going to have a good time.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I would not be happy to play Malakin this game, still. Especially with a poor start. I will say something really good is that Tempest, like, he instantly saw this and moved up. I mean, it's kind of obvious that they're coming to aggro tri-lane, but it's still really good that he just moves up and goes there. And he even has like a lot of health mana potions, which is good as well, because he's not going to be able to use the courier early on, as it's not upgraded either. For more mana potions. Swiftblade's build, however, does not correlate with what the rest of his team did, or expected, which is bad.
Yeah.
So that kind of means that he already lost the lane top, just because he bought boots first.
It does seem weird. I mean, if you're going to run an aggro dual lane, why? Like, makes no sense to me.
They want to kill Electrician, and they got him.
Yeah, and Glacial Blast are going to be there, swinging me on top of the Staccatos there. Pretty easy Bloodlust onto Zane, so he is a little bit out of his zone as he's in the top lane, but this isn't completely unfamiliar to him. Reason Gaming does actually put him in the short lane a fair bit and run some sort of aggressive long lane or dual mid or something like that. because they're weird. They roll like that.
And this is Reason getting a bit greedy in their laning. Now they have a suicide puppet against the Mannequin, which, I mean,
well,
if the thing is, now if Rhapsody runs bottom again, then the two supports of Hellborn have to run bottom again.
Yeah.
After they just ran top.
Or even I think if if the Tempest rotates to his own woods, which it looks like he's doing, Puppet's gonna have to be really careful about this because he doesn't have a ward.
Oh, Swiftblade is manning up. Oh no. Okay. He's fine.
And Swiftblade, yeah, he will be alright, so a little bit of aggro there, and a little bit of aggro in the bottom lane as Puppet Master was getting jumped on a little bit by the Malakin, so the tri-lane is still there, but it's in a different lane, and it's going to be focused around the engineer, or sorry, the electrician, which is very odd to me. Doesn't really seem like a great tri-lane hero. To be fair, Puppet's doing just fine in this bottom lane. Everybody's got 300 GPM and counter crack rate just to 260, so they're effectively suiciding a Puppet.
Yeah. I mean, the support of Legion should just be moving bottom and then top whenever the Hellborn support's moving to the same lane as him, because he still has a Tempest on his team farming somewhere on the map.
And Rhapsody is realizing that very quickly. He's gonna go all the way.
He can't be in the same lane. He's not gonna do anything in the lane against the Magnus Engineer duo either.
And actually, Magnus coming down here as well. He's only low. Yeah, he's only level 1, but he has an Invis rune, so perhaps looking to set something up on this Rhapsody. If they manage to get a solid stun off, they could actually kill her. They don't really have too much.
They can't go with Tempest this close. Like that would be suicide for Reason.
And Magnus gonna hit level 2, so trying not to block this Rhapsody because I don't want to let her know that there's a Invis Magnus hanging around, but providing some protection for Puppet Master. Tempest going back into the woods, and they're more or less leaving Puppet be. Meantime, Engineer is rotating middle a little bit, and I haven't talked about mid too much, but it's Bubbles versus Kraken. Kraken currently at 330 gold per minute, Bubbles at just 265, so Kraken definitely having a better time here, which isn't particularly surprising, as he is a really good laner, and Bubbles has more or less no capacity to kill him. Just his general tankiness.
A Kraken that leaves his splash at level 2. It's nice to see.
Sure,
I mean,
but
I know people
charge
like,
over torrent.
Well, if you don't max the splash, I would definitely max the torrent overcharge. Against the Bulbous, it's fine to max the charge because it's longer stun duration.
Yeah.
As well. But overall, the torrent is just good for dealing damage early on, especially when people don't have armor.
Difficult ability to hit, so that's a problem. Anyway, Malakin get jumped on by the Puppet and the Magnus and the Engineer. Now Malakin could be in some trouble. Nope, actually sword throws away, should be just fine. That's a fake Kraken coming in, so not going to be very helpful. He will grab the health pot, and so the tri-lane is back. The reason I really want a tri-lane doesn't seem like they know where they want a tri-lane, or at least they're not really sticking to it, which is probably a good plan because.
And Rhapsody moving top, which is really good by him.
Yeah.
Because now once again, like he even leading in levels against Engineer Magnus, which is big. Like if they don't die, oh, he used sword for bottom, he's dead. But if they don't die to the Magnus NG, then they win the laning stage easily.
Right. And Lava's they're actually nearing it the last hit, so why not grabbing it? That's fine.
Boots.
Yeah. So.
And, yeah.
I'd actually prefer him to get it because he needs boots, he needs a portal key, and he's not going to farm as effectively as the Puppet will, so. Well.
Bubbles hit 6, so he's picked up a TP, that's good.
I'd like to see them rotate bottom to get a kill on this Puppet Master.
Yep.
So, like, that might happen. As Malakin's here, but maybe they want 6 on Malakin before they do that.
It's not needed.
I don't think so either, but maybe they do. Anyway, my Bubble's gonna be aggressed on, but we'll leave. He is pretty low on mana, so he might need another rune. In fact, that might be the problem. I just want to go back to base, and he needs a rune to get some mana back before he can gank.
I'm also surprised they didn't jump the Melican when he used Sorcerer bottom, because they have Puppet ulti, which would probably be a kill every time they use it on him.
It's probably true. And regen rune actually is actually the Kraken, so the health and regen advantage definitely going in Kraken's favor. Top lane, they're putting some pressure on this tower, so plays dragging a creep wave back. And I'm gonna spin right on top of it. Dance floor, yeah. So Swifty and Rhapsody cleaning up the creep wave. They're not gonna let Electrician have too much of this, and they're gonna sort of pseudo push this tower. Wouldn't be surprising if they try to legitimately take it. And it looks like they're going to be a little more aggressive about it.
Oh, Tempest.
Yep. And in the middle of the woods is dead. So, word of sight from Tempest anyway, but it's not going to be enough. Benji kind of or Ellie wants to catch out this Swiftblade, but he's not going to be able to.
Yeah, he used his mana on the spin, so he didn't have ulti anymore. That's Swiftblade. But no catch.
As Ellie has no ultimate, which is, I guess, alright. Like, you really need level 2 grip.
I don't think you need level 2 grip, no. I would definitely max the shield as well. Oh, use shield surf mid.
Yep, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble, gets charged back. Silence goes through though, didn't charge him into a cliff, and the release of Kraken can be right on top of bubbles. He tops to take it over, but that's not going to be early enough because only level 1. Magma's Lava Surge onto 2 actually gets the last hit.
And they go bottom, yeah. There was a sorcerer used, so they go bottom.
Yep, and they just put the Puppet Show onto the Malikan, as well as Puppeteer Soul and Voodoo Puppet. Kegsan not going to connect though. Do they have enough damage to actually kill him? No. He manages
if he kicked the
get
puppet,
away. Yeah, that's true. He should have done that. It's hard to remember that works.
Yeah, but the turret was good because it also was hitting the puppet. Like it was hitting both the Malikan and the puppet at the start. But if you also kick the puppet, easy kill there.
By the way, I think you might be a little bit ahead of me. I'm at 17, 37, 38, 39, 40, 31.
Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead. And I think we're good now.
Alright.
I was like 3 seconds ahead.
48, 49, 50, 51. I noticed you were calling stuff out before it happened, like you were in the future or something.
Oh. Maybe I was a little bit.
Top lane, Swiftblade is sort of going to be in some trouble. Gets the spin down. They're going to try to counter this with the Ellie grip, I would suspect. Magma Stun is in, but they're stacking a little bit, and will they have enough damage? Yeah, they should with the nuke.
Piece of cake.
So, not bad. Just pick off the Swiftblade. In the meantime, a little lane Kraken going to try to charge down this bubble. Is not going to continue though. Realizing he doesn't have enough damage to kill it. The Kraken ultimate's still on cooldown.
However, now the Kraken build doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I thought he might have been imagining the charge before to get the lower cooldown. Doesn't really make a lot of sense either, because you don't really need the lower cooldown, but I don't know.
He just showed they have a mid lane ward as well, really, really hard. Questionable plays, Sane. Questionable plays.
It's Bray, not Sane.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Bray. It's just usually
unbelievable.
The same play.
Anyway, release Kraken going to be right on top of Bubbles, as he does not have a shell strip for a couple seconds, so Bray realizing that says, alright, thank you, free kill.
Massacre.
Bottom lane, we have 4 heroes pushing this down actually, so we're going to leave, but the rest of the 3 wills hang out, and Tempest going to try to take the first tower of the game for the Legion team. But Hasted Kraken coming back through, Swiftblade going to be in some trouble, spins, but still a Hasted Kraken a problem. Actually, that's not going to matter because it's completely locked down, so oops.
Another bit of a misplay by this Kraken player, Bray.
And this is sort of why I was like, this could be a good series, because, you know, TZP's gotten a lot better. I'm not really sure where Reason are at as a team. It's somewhere, but I'm not sure where.
Magma's in the jungle.
Yeah, and he's going to get the eruption off. Tempest may be in a lot of trouble, but will he actually get out of this? He might. He's getting blocked out by his creeps, and he's going to have to use the ulti to save himself. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Sword throws goes through. Yes, he's going to survive. Tempest with a big place. Turn, he's going to kill him!
Wow, build a vision type.
That hurts. That was interesting.
Wow. That was a big man up by the Magnus, who is still level 6. Level 7, that's an easy kill.
That's painful. Sorry, more loud noises from cats. I have you. Anyway, we are up 63 hero kills on Reason's side. They're up about 2.5k gold. I suppose 1,000 experience. Middle lane actually cracking a jump onto the swift blade, but won't be able to get the kill. So backs off. He had to release Kraken. Kind of surprised he didn't just drop it. But either way, Bubble's going to put the kill field on the top lane onto Electrician's head. But again, no Tempest ultimate because it was already used. And Ellie's going to survive this. He might actually look for a turn. Grip is available. Magma's coming in with a port, and we'll see if they actually get anything out of this. He wants the Lava Surge. Take cover, not going to be enough, and the Lava Surge is going to connect onto the Bubbles. But Ellie's a little bit low, so he's not super happy about how this is going. Kraken coming in, actually release Kraken right on Tempest's head. He's going to die. Bubbles is showing himself. Will he get the portal stopped? Yeah, he will. Magma's having enough mana to stun, and Bubbles, for some reason, deciding to auto-attack out of the woods despite being completely safe. And they will kill him. So Slash actually managed to finish off Magma in the meantime, but not really the greatest trade for TZP. And Reason going to increase their golden experience rate a little bit. Nobody farming all that well, but 3 heroes at 350 APM plus, and nobody on the Legion side over 270, which is the Malakan. So
yeah, they never really addressed the puppet matchup on them.
Nope.
They've had plenty of time to do it with the Bubbles.
I mean, he's been in this bottom lane the entire time, and he has no deaths.
Yeah.
That's really. I don't know. Seems iffy. Well, Kraken gonna wait for the 14-minute rune, and will be a refreshment. Bottom lane is Engineer getting the illusions. So, despite the fact that Legion side actually have a little bit more map vision than the Hellborn do, getting a mid ward, or the bot rune ward, and some more revs, the Hellborn's vision is basically restricted to just this ward of sight in the bottom Legion jungle, and a ward of rev down here as well. But Reason feeling like they want to group up and push bottom lane. Whispering Helm was picked up by Puppet Master, so he's got a Skeleton King, and apparently they're going to use that to fight instead of stack Ancients. Which is odd.
It's okay.
I feel like it'd be a lot more valuable as an Ancient stacker. I mean, I guess they do have 2 supports, but anyway, top lane. So probably going to jump, but Electrician's electrical or static grip, whatever. Anyway, Magma's be here as well, and they will get the counter kill. So they keep trying to kill this tower, and it's not very effective. No, pause. Let's go straight through that. So, notable that Hellborn actually hasn't taken a tower either. We're 15 minutes in, but Legion have a Rhapsody and a Tempest, and they've killed no towers. So.
But this is not one of your typical games where you can just like semi-try lane bottom and push when you hit 7 on Tempest or 6 on Tempest.
The Hellborn had destroyed a Legion
this was
tower.
like they manned up with Tempest in the jungle and he switched back and forth a few times. So the timing, like the timings fall off. Like you can't really count on them anymore.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really expect like a 10-minute tower.
There's like a big difference in hero levels as well,
but
like comparatively. Like you see,
still level
like
9.
solo mids, for example, they would be much higher level compared to supports this game.
Right. Tempest is still level 9. I feel like once you have level 4 elementals, you should be able to build a tower relatively easily. And actually, the Skeleton King will catch Rhapsody. I'm not sure if they'll have follow-up. Kraken has the haste and gets stunned out, though. And Glacial Blast will take 3 instances of that stun thanks to the Tempest elementals catching vision. Meanwhile, TZP going to come in here. 2-man Tempest ultimate, but I mean, going to be canceled relatively quickly. Puppa going to get out of there with the Electrician ultimate. Release the Kraken onto a couple of heroes. They're going to turn this around now. Static Grip, but a Rhapsody ultimate not going to be stopped until he jumps into the Kraken. Nice stun there from Magnus, catching 3-4 heroes. 3 are already dead. They will be able to kill Bubbles here as well. And that's a genocide. As Reason Gaming coming out with a pretty huge team fight there. That is, in some ways, reminiscent of Sync versus Reckless.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Like,
complete turnaround in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a relatively even game.
5-0 and not a tower did.
The Hellborn had destroyed a Legion tower.
All of a sudden, Reason taking a substantial lead, 450 GPM on Imboboy, 400 plus on Electrician.
Are you real saying you're not gonna split up your Ring of Sorcery? Okay. Well.
No?
2 brains are better than 1. Whatever.
Maybe he wants to, it's just, you know, he's not at a shop, so.
I mean, it is good for his team, and more notably, like Engineer and Magnus, who don't have like the biggest amount of stats yet. And also Kraken can use a lot more mana. So, but you would usually see people split their Ring of Sorcery to get the icon.
Even early on, Puppet can be a really heavy mana user that doesn't have a lot of it. I mean, with the Whispering Helm and the Assassin Shroud, he's got multiple casted abilities and has a pretty decent mana pool, but the regen isn't really there. So, if
But now they have PK Magnus, so now he's 10 times more valuable than a Tempest.
And Puppet picked up a Mighty Blade. Anyway, in the background, NG Field gonna do basically nothing except for sort of cut them off from being able to go that way. Tempest doesn't get caught out and will be killed pretty easily as a static crit comes through. So Zanga starts building up some charges on the Icon of the Goddess.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
I feel like this Puppet isn't true. I mean, he got a Mighty Blade, so I guess he already had the Shroud finished.
And Magnus PK, top lane.
And Switchblade's real dead. So, caught the end of that Kraken ultimate, of course, locking him down as well. Middle lane, Electrician won't be able to do too much as they bring a Port in. Malakin going to try to stop this off a little bit. So, 16-4 actually in hero kills, which is kind of surprising because wasn't it just like 4-4 earlier?
Yeah.
Have they gotten seriously 12 unanswered hero kills?
Well, it started with the bottom fight, where it was like 5-0.
When was the last time Legion got a hero kill? Cat Lomain killed Nier. Since then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight hero kills.
Okay.
That's not great. Anyway, Malakin will be in some trouble. Sword throws away, should be just fine. And DD Bubbles is actually silenced on the Magnus, so we'll see if they can get anything out of this. Looks like he'll just walk away though.
The Hellborn destroyed a Legion tower.
Swiftblade, not gonna do anything. I keep wanting to think that Swiftblade is Zibe. I don't know why.
Cat Lomain.
I know. I guess it's there's no similarity in names. It's just for some reason,
maybe the way they
Zibe.
play. I don't know.
We just watched Keizu play Swiftblade, so that would make sense if I thought it was Keizu. But I don't know why. I keep thinking it's Zibe. Anyway, Reason Sai gonna push in the tier 2 tower. And should be able to take this relatively easily. We're also gonna try to deep push a little bit, but this Electrician is quite tanky. He can eat this damage for a while.
I'm quite surprised he did get the token, by the way. Or icon, I guess. Yeah.
And they're going to jump on top of Bubbles pretty easily, and he's dead. Meanwhile, the bottom lane actually managed to kill the Rhapsody, and they get nothing in response for that. And Boy managing to take him out by himself. Or no, sorry, this is Gray on the Kraken.
The Hellborn had
What am I
destroyed
talking
a
about?
Legion tower.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty massively ahead, actually.
Yeah, now they are.
So maybe he was just like, screw it. Or maybe this is another instance of Reason
They feel so
Gaming
far
being
ahead,
weird.
they're going base without a creep wave.
I mean, this Electrician's taking no damage. He's eating tier 3 tower damage at 20 minutes in the game. He's level 13, and he's just not feeling it. It's pretty hilarious. Well, they won't kill the tower, it looks like. They will back off, but I would imagine Kongor is definitely a viable option at this point. Cat Lomain continuing to try to farm top, and he's just at 260 GPM or so, so not having that best time. friends? Nope. They're gonna find him. Kraken puts the torrent down. Are they gonna have enough to do anything about the spins down? Swift Slashes is there though, so Catline probably looking for an opportunity to drop it where it's not gonna get jumped by anything else. He needs to be really careful about this. Has spin back up, and there goes the NG field. Actually gonna get silenced out. This isn't great. He just really.
It's a cute dance.
I mean, but he had spin up for like the last 5 seconds of that, and he just never used it.
It's a cool dance though.
He had teleport. Just spin and teleport.
The Kraken ulti was ready.
That's true. But I guess. Or spin and run away then. You have Ghost Marchers.
He could have definitely tried to run away. That's true.
Anyway, bottom lane, they will manage to get the grip onto Malkin. He's just real dead. Portal key on Ellie. Yeah. That's going to be good. Really good for the ganks. So, they now have PK on 3 heroes, Magnus, Electrician, and Kraken all getting that. So the Strength Initiator is real. And Reason sort of pushing down this bottom lane. They might be looking to take their second tier 2 tower. Perhaps not feeling quite nice shrunken head. Well done, boy.
Oh, he switched his items in inventory right after.
Oopsie.
Oops.
I think maybe he was supposed to shroud them.
I always love when you can like see that they switched items around in the inventory.
Oh, Kraken completely whiffing the ultimate. Oh, that hurts. It was invis and everything, and for some reason decided not to open with a charge. Let's just drop the ultimate. Didn't place it particularly well.
Magnus is now level 13.
Yeah.
Quite impressive. His team did snowball all of a sudden though. Is he gonna go for the solo kill top? That's not a kill if he goes for it.
Well, he wants it.
Maybe.
It might be a kill. He's got level 2 eruption.
That's not a kill. He has vestments.
That's true. 1300 health.
The
Doesn't have
Hellborn
TP
had destroyed a
cooldown.
Legion tower.
What is going on?
They nearly killed the Swiftblade in middle lane. Kraken not quite able to finish him off, and people couldn't rotate from bot fast enough, so they just kill a tier 2 tower. That's fine. Magnus is really interested in hanging out with Malkin. He wants to be friends. They're gonna see each other.
What is this? Oh, now he has help.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, there goes the static grip. Portal keys come through, and they're gonna be able to. The keg missed. Yeah, the keg missed.
It missed, but they have him.
How do you miss a
So
keg?
after all of that, Magnus actually got his kill.
How do you miss a keg on a target that's gripped? I'm trying to find a reason.
Okay, so first off, he could be thinking that the grip was gonna end that same second, so he would be walking like half a step away.
Okay.
Or yeah, I don't know. He just clicked a bit too far away. I mean, it doesn't matter in that situation because they have so much extra knockdown and damage and catch and whatever. But yeah.
I don't know, like, honestly, watching this game, I feel like, I don't want to be mean or flame, I feel like there's a reason that Reason Gaming is in Gold Division right now. Like, can you imagine what this would be if it were, like, Sync? And that's not really a fair comparison, but I mean, Sync probably would have won this game about 10 minutes ago. And when I say about 10 minutes, I mean exactly 10 minutes. Anyway, they're going to catch up. Malkin at top lane once again. He's 1-5-1. Canal's 0-5-4. Bubbles 0-5-1. Swiftblade 3-5-1. I mean, they don't have anything, and they're going to CC, which is... Yeah, I mean, I get why. It's, again, a little bit of an odd timing, I think, but... I don't think they were coming back in that
It was
game.
just like, the Malkin had enough after that death. It was like, nope, no more. And then they can...
Reason Gaming taking a mostly deserved victory, I guess. I felt like they were more or less handed that game by TZP, and they just didn't drop it, essentially. But I don't know. You have final thoughts?
I mean, they took a good fight for them. Reason, that is, on bottom. Like the Tempest ultimate did nothing. The Switchblade didn't get any like free kills with ulti. They got both their carries in a Kraken ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was the fight that like made the game end now.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Picks and such. I mean, Reason just picked strong heroes that. I mean, there's no like true synergy in those hero picks. It's just like strong heroes that can do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. Well, game 2, hopefully TZP will bring it a little bit more. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I've seen them play a lot better than this, and I'm not sure what really is going on in their heads, but it's not up to their standards, which aren't hugely enormous, but I think they're better than this. So hopefully they'll be able to do a little bit better in game 2, but Reason Gaming will take a game 1 victory, and we'll be right back with that second game.